stirring poem, and Sympathy, something a little less harsh.
We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks, shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile, with torn and bleeding hearts, we smile and mouth with myriad subtleties. But let the world dream overwise in counting all our tears and sighs. Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but oh great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh the clay is vile beneath our feet and long the mile. But let the world be overwise. We wear the mask. I know what the caged bird feels when the sun is bright on the upland slopes and the wind stirs soft through the springing grass. The first bird sings, the first bud opes, and the faint perfume from its chalice steals. I know what the caged bird feels. I know why he beats his wing till his blood is red on the cruel bars. For he must fly back to his perch and cling when he fain would be on the bower swing. Pain still throbs in the old, old scars. They pulse again with a keener sting. I know why he beats his wing. I know why the caged bird sings, ah me, when his wing is bruised and his bosom sore. When he beats his bars and he would be free. It is not a carol of joy or glee, but a prayer he sends from his heart's deep core, but a plea that upward to heaven he flames. I know why the caged bird sings.
Dunbar died in 1906. He was 34, but the tradition of the black poet as social commentator has continued. Poets have captured the essence of struggle ever since. In the following piece, with poet Dudley Randall's Booker T and W.E.B., we hear a classic confrontation of civil rights leaders.
It seems to me, said Booker T, it takes a mighty lot of teeth to study chemistry and Greek. And when Mr. Charlie needs a hand to hold the cotton on his land, and when Miss Ann looks for a cook, why stick your nose inside a book?
I don't agree, said W.E.B. If I should have the drive to seek knowledge of chemistry or Greek, I'll do it. Charles and Miss can look another place for hand to cook. Some men rejoice in skill of hand, and some in cultivating land, while there are others who maintain the right to cultivate the brain.
It seems to me, said Booker T, that all you folks have missed the boat who shout about the right to vote and spend vain days and sleepless nights in uproar with civil rights. Just keep your mouth shut. Do not gossip, but work and save and buy a house.
I don't agree, said W.E.B. Unless you help to make the laws, they'll steal your house with chopped up cloth. A rope's as tight as fire's hot. No matter how much cash you got, speak soft. and try your little plan. But as for me, I'll be a man.
It seems too simple, Countee.
I don't agree, sir.
In New York, in the 20s and 30s, many great Afro-American writers launched the short-lived but highly prolific Harlem Renaissance era. Poets were very influential. Speaking of a new Negro, no more Uncle Tom. Poet Claude McKay's classic, If We Must Die, was a stirring poem that was even quoted by Winston Churchill on the eve of the Battle of Britain as a tonic, as a way of making the British masses feel better about their struggle.
If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and pinned in an inglorious spot, while round us the mad dogs bark, making their mock at our accursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood is not shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us, though dead. O kinsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave. And for their 1,000 blows, deal one death blow. What though before us lie the open grave? Like men we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying but fighting back.
Claude McKay's poem, America, highlights a classic contradiction. Black people loving America in spite of lynchings, slavery, and other very bad experiences.
Although she feeds me bread of bitterness and sinks into my throat her tiger's tooth, stealing my breath of life, I will confess I love this cultured hell that tests my youth. Her vigor flows like tides in my blood, giving me strength against her hate. Her bigness sweeps my being like a flood. Yet as a rebel fronts a king in state, I stand within her walls with not a shred of terror, malice, not a word of jeer. Darkly I gaze into the days ahead and see her might and granite wonders there, beneath the touch of time's unerring hands, like priceless treasures sinking in the sands.
In the poem, Yet Do I Marvel, Countee Cullen caught the simple irony of everyday human existence.
I doubt not God is good, well-meaning, kind. And did he stoop to quibble, could tell why a little buried mole continues blind, make plain the reason tortured Tantalus is baited by the fickle fruit, declare merely brute caprice dooms Sisyphus to struggle up a never-ending stair. Inscrutable his ways are, and immune to catechism by a mind too strewn with petty cares to slightly understand what awful brain compels his awful hand. Yet do I marvel at this curious thing to make a poet black and bid him sing.
Cullen was a uniquely American product. He was of mixed-race parentage, and much of his poetry points up classic, ambivalent contradictions in American life. This poem, Incident, speaks of race relations in such a contradictory style.
Once running old Baltimore, Hartfield, Herefield, with glee, I saw a Baltimorean keep looking straight at me. Now his eight and very small, and he was nowhere bigger. So I smiled, but he poked out his tongue at me and called me a nigger. I saw the whole Baltimore from May until December. Of all the things that happened there, that's all that I remember.
In the poem, The Heritage, Countee Cullen sang the praises of Africa, a land long forgotten by many of the people hearing the poetry.
What is Africa to me? Copper sun, scarlet sea, jungle star or jungle track, strong bronze men or regal black women from whose loins I sprang when the birds of Eden sang. 3 centuries removed from the scene his fathers loved. Spicy grove, cinnamon tree, what is Africa to me? So I lie, who all day long want no sound except the song sung by wild barbaric birds, goading massive jungle herds, juggernauts of flesh who pass, trampling tall defiant grass, where young forest lovers lie, plighting troth beneath the sky. So I lie, who all day hear no sound but what can appear to be dark drums pounding in the air. Africa, a book one thumbs listlessly till slumber comes. Not yet have my heart and head in the least way realized they and I are civilized.
The great James Weldon Johnson chronicled his gospel in poetry and song. His images of God and man become larger than life, especially in such works as Go Down Death.
Weep not, weep not. She's not dead. She's resting in the bosom of Jesus. Heartbroken husband, weep no more. Grief-stricken son, weep no more. She's only just gone home. Day before yesterday morning, God was looking out on his great house.